Today on our panel, we've got Jack Wheeler, Pead PR partner, and Maria Slade, BusinessDesk senior journalist. Good morning, guys.
Good morning.
Good to have you on the show. Now, our big topic du jour this morning, Maria, is the de-extinction of the moa, which is it's not the exact de-extinction of the moa, but anyway. What do you think?
What a story. It's interesting if you read a bit about the dire wolf bringing that back. It's not really bringing it back, it's bringing back a sort of a facsimile of what the species might have been, and there may be scientific benefits in terms of conservation, but some of what they may discover may not be necessarily right down the alley of what the conservationists need to know. But having said that, with science, stuff always falls out of it. So, it would be fascinating, and it's not taxpayer money that's being put up for this, so why not?
I'm with you. I'm thinking why not, and I know it's a bit of a have because it's not the real moa, but what do you think?
Well, I know this is Sir Peter Jackson's brainchild, and I grew up watching Lord of the Rings. My true loves are my wife, my kids, and Sir Peter Jackson, so I kind of back anything he does. And I love that he made his millions and he's sitting back and going, what should I do? I might bring back the moa. I think that's so cool. And I suppose from a human level, we're part of the reason why they're extinct. Isn't it our responsibility to do what we can to bring them back?
Well, I suppose so, yeah, because it was Māori settlers who came and basically burnt the bush down, flushed them out, and killed them that way, which is what you did in those days. I mean, that's just, and it was, for survival, you ate them. But then I guess the other question is, if you can bring things back, why bother saving them from dying now?
Oh, there's so many reasons why we should be saving them. As I say, you're not bringing back the exact thing.
Yeah, true.
And it's been, 600 years since moas were running around the bush in the South Island. How do we know, if it were possible to bring back a population of moa, how would they survive now with climate change and deforestation and all those things? It's a different environment. There's a lot that's happened since then, and our species are facing so many challenges. It does sort of seem like a little bit of a distraction in a way when we've got some, pretty big conservation problems.
Yeah. Hey, public service, the survey that's come out, a lot of them, Jack, are saying, well, I don't know that that person sitting next to me is there on merit, which I was quite surprised at the numbers who felt that they couldn't be quite, I think it was 44%, were confident that their colleagues were there on their abilities rather than, something else. What did you make of that?
Well, even more concerning to me is, they've made more than 10,000 cuts in the public sector, and you'd like to think that most of the dead wood has been cut out by now, but still people have obviously got problems with the people that are around them. But I think this draws attention to a common workplace issue, not just in the public sector, that the senior level people often have no idea how the juniors and the mid-level people are thinking. Which is why in my business, we make sure when we are interviewing somebody...
Oh, yeah, Deborah's terrible.
Yeah. Well, it's not just
terrible.
It's not
She's
just
the
the
worst.
senior levels. She's lovely. It's not just the senior people who are making the decisions. We make sure that the juniors and the mid-level people meet these people and really understand who they are, and we're all on the same waka.
I think it's quite interesting that Minister Judith Collins was involved in designing the questions for this survey. Her government's got a bit of an interest in trying to cut the public service, so you wonder just how unbiased the survey really is. But I thought it was quite an interesting result that I think 70% said they felt comfortable speaking up if something was wrong, if there was wrongdoing going on. I don't know that you get quite that confidence in a private sector workplace, so I think they could take that as a bit of a tick, actually, that there's confidence that people feel they can speak out.
Yeah, well, I mean, you need look no further than the leaks.
Well,
sometimes they speak out a little too much.
Yeah, maybe.
And just finally, we've got the OCR today, Maria. We're expecting them to hold. Do you think we'll be surprised today?
No, I don't think so, particularly after the Reserve Bank of Australia last night, they held as well. So it's likely our lot will do the same thing. It's a really sort of tricky time at the moment. We've got the economy kind of growing, but then we've got Donald Trump's tariff policy. We don't know what that will do. That's likely to be inflationary. And yeah, so to sit back and just kind of see what's happening is probably what they'll do. And it's kind of interesting too that we are now moving towards monthly reporting of inflation figures, CPI.
Yes.
They're starting to bring some of that data out now, and by 2027, I think it is, Spark's currently working on a platform for them. We will get a full set of monthly data, which the economists say is really helpful because they need to pick when the peaks happened, kind of thing. And if they're only getting the data quarterly, that's a real lag.
Totally,
So,
and we're so close. I mean, we're touching cloth on the band at 2.5%. Doesn't take you much to get to 2.7. Then you're threatening 3.
It's
Trump
a
tariffs
fine
come along.
balance.
So yeah, more timely reporting will definitely help. Hey, guys, thank you very much for coming on the show today. Great to have you both here. That is senior journalist at BusinessDesk, Maria Slade, and Jack Wheeler, Pead PR partner.